Hello, hello! Sana yung mga nasendan ko ng GCash to clap their hands for me? Clap your hands again. Yes. Okay. So, several years ago, I had this one motto that I still live by up to this very moment. But before I reveal it, I want to see a show of hands. Who among you here also has that one motto na binabaon-baon nyo as a motivator? Ay, konti lang naniniwala sa motto. Again, show of hands, please. Yon. So mine happened to be this. Oh, wait. There. So you are not completely useless. You can always serve as a bad example. So if at some point in this talk, no, mabore kayo, alam nyo na kung bakit. I'm here to serve as a bad example. But kidding aside, no, I always thought I was one of the lucky ones. Kasi growing up, my family was complete. No, we were very happy. My mom and dad would always, kiss and hug each other in front of us. My dad would always make sure that we get to eat meals together as much as we can. The typical happy family scenario. And a funny story, whenever I get asked before who I would save when my girlfriend and my little brother would be hanging on a cliff, I would choose my little brother without hesitation. And that has been a subject of, some arguments that I had with my girlfriend back then. That was how close we were with my family until this happened. So, as you can see, my mom and dad are separated. So they broke up. Our family was broken. My life changed completely. So right now, parang I need to be a different man. I needed to be Superman in order to make it. Kasi all of a sudden, it was just me, my brother, and my father living together under one roof. Because for some personal reason that I cannot disclose, my mom decided to live separately. So what happened was, I now learned how to clean, I cooked, and I helped my papa run our small sari-sari store. Everything a very good boy like me would do. Until this happened. So, my cape got cut off. So, hindi na ako si Superman. I failed just one major subject. Grabe, no? Sunod-sunod na first time. For the first time in my life, I failed. It's not even the kind of first that everyone gets to experience. Kasi hindi siya normal course of life eh. I was just very unlucky. I was very unlucky that the passing grade was 50 and my grade was this, 49.88. So 0.12 na lang and I'd get to graduate on time sana. And this meant one full year of extension for just one subject. So imagine the free time that I had on my extension year. Pero sabi ko, I'll just work harder and I'll just persist through it. But then life, as it always has been for me, made another turn. I got kicked out of the house with nothing to my name, but my dog, my laptop, one set of uniform, and all my books. I braved the rain na parang telenovela. No? That was 2 a.m. So kung nagtataka kayo, kung bakit si very good boy Noe, pinalayas ng kanyang papa, ako din, nagtaka at that time. Because there really wasn't a valid reason to do so. Siguro the most valid I can think of is sobrang hurt niya that time because of the happenings in our family. That he had to make one bad decision after another. But I was so angry. I was so hurt. Kasi hindi ko ma-imagine my loyalty was questioned. Kumbaga, that's why I got kicked out, basically. So, buti na lang, I imagined myself living in the streets of Cagayan de Oro and begging money from people who pass by. Yun talaga yung immediate na inisip ko. Buti na lang when I called my friend Lance, who owned a lodging house in CDO, he picked it up at 2 a.m., called the front desk, and then boom, suddenly, I had a place to stay for the next few weeks. Kaso, I was so mad na I thought of breaking up with my girlfriend. I thought of cutting it off with everyone except my little brother. So, total disown of family, total disown of parents, total disown of my girlfriend. Kasi I had no other way to survive. But yun nga, naisip ko, live in the streets. Buti na lang, my girlfriend, reached out to me and convinced me to make amends with my parents. And true enough, na-convince niya ako, pumunta ako sa mama ko, and then that's how I finished my last year in college. And shortly after, I became a CPA at First Day. Kala ko di kayo papalakpak, may ganito pa ako. So, a huge chapter of my life has just ended. I now have my bachelor's degree, and I'm now a CPA. Kaso, dahil wala akong kamuwang-muwang sa real world, I decided na tumambay muna for a month. But because my undergraduate course was actually so difficult that naturally my batchmates, my friends, my circle were competitive, very competitive, and they all had job offers na at that point. And ako na lang yung kulang, ako na lang yung wala, ako na lang yung tambay. So I applied for a lot of different jobs, and I got rejected over and over and over again. Siguro because of lack of experience. Kasi ngayon, pati cashier, di ba? Kailangan 5 years of experience. So, one reply came back. And that company na nag-reply and gave an offer was the one company in the industry that I hated the most. And that is audit. So the audit industry, I hated it because of a lot of horror stories that I heard. Keso, magiging alipin ako ng papeles. Keso, I'd have to work from 7 a.m. to 3 a.m. Keso, walang work-life balance. You name it, lahat audit yan. Kaso, it was my first ever job offer, so I had to take it, despite the hate. And after 8 months in the corporate, I achieved my very first career milestone. Bah, clap your hands. So my milestone was that I resigned from the corporate. Yun. And my next adventure was presented to me by my papa. So this time, bati na kami. Kasi marupok ako when it comes to family. No? He told me that I had an opportunity to become the next municipal accountant in an LGU. Sabi ko, yes! Finally, I'm gonna get rich. Diba? Maraming money under the table dun eh. Sabi. But then, when I got there and talked to the mayor, sabi niya, 10,000 daw muna ang sahod ko. Kasi I'll be a job order employee while I wait for the one in position to retire. Sabi, 1 year tops, and you'll be the next municipal accountant. Okay. But then, one day, while I was happily working in the office, minamasahe ako ng boss ko, yung municipal accountant. And then nadulas siya. And then sabi niya, don't worry, Iho. I still have 3 years in me. And I'll retire. So imagine the state of shock that I was in. Bakit sabi 1 year? And then, bigla na lang 3 years? So that's when I started to look for other opportunities online. And that's when I found my first online bookkeeping gig that gave me 50,000 pesos per month. Okay, so later on, because it felt really good, no? It felt really good. I was earning good money. Meron akong opportunity na magbigay ng ambag sa papa ko for electricity. I gave 4,000 pesos, and then ang yabang ko na nun. Problem was, I got promoted. So ang yabang, di ba? Now, when I got promoted, my salary bumped to 60,000 pesos a month. Pero, the catch is, I had to work graveyard. Kasi, malaki na daw yung position ko. So, I'd have to work their normal hours. And I hated it. And that stressed me out. And that's when I found out about the tribe through my friend, Sergio, who's actually somewhere in the audience right now. So, can you clap your hands for Sergio? And then, finally joined the tribe, and you can maybe guess what happened next, right? Who can guess? I'd give you Gcash. Who can guess what happened next? So, after I enrolled in the tribe, my dad died. So, yes, that's what happened. And I had to withdraw my membership in the tribe. So let me show you a timeline of my first ever enrollment in tribe. So, I don't know if you can see, but that's September 2018. That was when I was in the wait list of the tribe. November will be the launching. And I sent an email to John. Next would be the welcome email from the tribe, November 5th. So that's batch 2 of tribe. And then 15 days later, I sent the sad news, sharing the death of my father on November 19th. So, fast forward, no, ang dami kong iniyak. Buti na lang na before my father died, we made amends. So that would have been my greatest regret. Buti na lang, thanks to my girlfriend. New Year came, and I said to myself, di ko na kaya tong graveyard. So I had to look for other opportunities. So ito yung final enrollment ko sa tribe. That's January. Sabi ko kay John, I'm ready to go back. And sabi niya naman, he welcomes me back with open arms. So that was my tribe story. No? I decided to start from zero again decided to leave the bookkeeping gig and offered Facebook ads. Now, since bago ako sa Facebook ads, and I just learned it, I think a month ago at that time, I didn't have any way of having the confidence to charge premium. So I had to find a BCS. If you don't know what a BCS is, it's a breakthrough case study where basically you'll offer your service for free in exchange for a testimonial or any material that you can use to get paying clients later. Ang dami kong ginawa, ang dami kong in-offer, walang nag-work. And then one light bulb moment later, sabi ko, pwede ko palang gawin to sa cakes and pastries business ng mama ko who was starting it as a hobby. So I made an ad for butter and oven, and as of right now, it's now a full-blown business with over 4 pop-up stores in Cagayan de Oro. And that case study was the one I used to get my first ever paying client sa foreign for ads. Pero, I got sidetracked. Sa sobrang dami ng freedom na meron ako because of the newfound system that I have, I became really passive. No? And I got stuck. And then I realized, 1 year na ako sa tribe, but I still didn't have an optimized profile. So if you don't know what an optimized profile is, simply put, when a person clicks on your profile, that person should know what you do and who you do it for. So I didn't have that. Kasi the way I got my first client was through the case study. So ayun, started from zero again. I looked for 3 tribe members who recently posted a big win inside the tribe, copied their profiles, kasi magaling tayong mga Pinoy doon, but I messaged them first. And only 1 out of the 3 actually replied back to me with the intention of keeping the conversation going. And that was Ate Dina Samuel. So Ate Dina, when she told me she was free for a call that same night, agad kong binigay yung Zoom link. Ihing-ihi ako that time, I can remember. But I held it in kasi baka mawala yung opportunity. Kasi I got so used to life, playing around me. So, ayun, we had the hour-long call, and for the first 50 minutes of the call, all she did was listen to the lame excuses that I had on why I still didn't have an optimized profile. And the 10 minutes is the one that changed my life. She gave me action items that I immediately did, but not after going to the restroom to relieve myself from the wee-wee. So, again, nung nag-take action ako, siguro natuwa si Ate Dina. And nakikita niya always, whenever I post a photo, it's always with the one girl that I love. So, eto yung sinabi niya. The 10 words na sinabi niya, hindi pa to yung nag-change ng buhay ko. These 10 words actually became one of my biggest whys. Ito sabi niya, pag-ipunan mo na, sing-sing, and put a ring on it. So, again, as I was doing the steps that she was asking me to do, again, natuwa siya, and nag-send siya ng message again. This time, she gave me the words that changed my life and my entire freelancing career. And before I reveal it, I just want to briefly explain the magic behind it is. Kasi it's so simple if you see it. But it took me a year and one Dina Samuel later to structure it in a way that it's so effective in getting paying clients. And it all just really boils down to being as clear as crystal in owning, understanding, and knowing what you do and who you do it for. So this is the words. Creating and managing winning Facebook ad campaigns that get leads, appointments, and deals. So right after I implemented it, I started getting inquiries, discovery calls, opportunities that led to clients, money, more money, and consistent multiple six-figure incomes. But of course, gaya nga ng sabi ko, not all wins are monetary. Kaya let me show you a glimpse of what changed in my life when I did this. So I now live in my own condo unit in Cagayan de Oro. No? I had a grand wedding with my wife, with the girl who I wouldn't choose over my little brother in that cliff-hanging situation. 80% of the cost I got from my pocket, from money I earned online. I was able to buy our dream car, fully paid. Now, we just recently completed a contract project with the DPWH in Cagayan de Oro using money I earned online to fund the first few months. I have a 2-hectare farm lot an hour away from Cagayan de Oro where we will be building our rest house in the future. And finally, I get to travel with my wife wherever, whenever we want. I'm still far from where I want to be, but I do believe I'm in the right path. Gaya nga ng sabi namin, if I can do it, you can do it too. Kasi wala namang special sa akin, di ba? I know to some, mas malala yung starting point ko sa kanila. To others, they have it worse. In a scale of how far ahead you are in your life, some started at 10, some started at 5, and some are like me, started from literally 0. And I tell you, it will not matter, and you will get to where you want to be. Ang kailangan lang talaga is gawa, sipag, at tiyaga. Kaya I urge you all to bring with you the lessons of your past, acknowledge your present situation, and own your future. Thank you.